Welcome back, everyone. As promised, this is the TFT video. Sorry it's taking so long to get out there, but you can kind of tell, you can see a little glare in the TFT. The sun's starting to come up. If there's any amount of light in the room while you're trying to record this thing, it's going to reflect, and it does not make for a great video. So I'm going to try to get through this before the sun completely comes up and I run out of time. So you have your main TFT here. Mine is currently set to black. I will show you how to change that in a little bit. You can change these down here, the odometer, the fuel, and the instant fuel, just by simply pressing up if you want to change only the center on your little joystick on your left hand, on the left side of your handlebar. You can go through all of them, so you have your air temperature for the outside, your coolant temperature, the range on your current gas tank at your fuel level. As you know, even with vehicles, that is off. Your average fuel economy, apparently I do fairly well, I guess, 46 miles per gallon. The instantaneous fuel for your current riding, I'd like to have that so I can see if I'm, getting some good mileage out of it or not. Trip F, Trip 2, Trip 1, I don't know why there's an F, but I'm sure someone else would tell me. I like to have it for odometer, fuel, and fuel. But if you toggle, if you hit the center button, so essentially pushing your joystick right here in, you'll select them. And then by selecting them, you can go left and right and change these other ones. And then just hit the back button to get out of it. And then those all have the same exact options as well. If you hit the home button, it brings up everything else. So you have your vehicle information, which then brings you right down to here. So it's a little short or a little faster if you just push in the center joystick, and then you can adjust it that way. Then you have your settings for your vehicle information. So information reset, this is where you can reset those odometers, the mileage, everything that I was mentioning before. You can reset all of that right here. Then you have your vehicle functions. This is where you're going to start customizing and changing some of your modes here. So you have your YRC modes. You can import and export them. So the first three, Sport, Street, and Rain, you cannot modify them. At least I haven't figured it out. If you go right, you can select through this, but it won't let you go up or down to change anything. So in custom, that's where you can start customizing your own. I did that for mine. Power 1 is the least, or the most powerful / least restrictive when you think of all these settings. So if you set it to 4, it's going to be the most restrictive, least power coming from your engine. So that's what rain mode is set at. So if I go back up, you'll see rain mode is set to 4. So to change these, you just go up and down while you're going through these ladders here. As soon as there's like no save button, as soon as you select it and you back out, it saves it. It's good to go. So if I go back down here, it's saved to 2. I change that back to 1. If you're, oops, let me get back over there. So if you're on something, like right now we're on power, and you hit your center joystick in, it will show you a display of what it's restricting. So again, power, your engine. TCS, traction control system, it will tell you what it is up here with the acronym down there. So this will help you not spin your wheel. Your slide control system, so you don't slide, your wheel doesn't slide out from under you, or it'll be less likely to, depending on your settings here. Your lift control, again, that's for, so you don't flip over as easily. And again, there is a way to turn this off. I will show that later. Let me back out. So now over to the right, if you kept going to the right here, so you have all those that I just mentioned, and you go right one more time, this is your quick shifter settings for all your modes. It's not just your mode that you're currently in, it is for all modes. So your quick shifter mode, or setting number 2, you can quick shift up while accelerating and decelerating. And if you change it to 1, you can only do it while you're accelerating. And the same thing for quick shift down. 2, you can accelerate and decelerate to quick shift down. 1, you can only decelerate, and then you can turn it off entirely. The same thing with quick shift up, you can turn it off entirely, so you kind of disengage the quick shifter if you don't want to use it at all. And then your brake control, to turn on and off your ABS. I've only been able to ever engage the back ABS, and I was braking very hard. The front ABS I have never engaged yet, and again, even when I was braking very hard, it didn't trigger. So you probably have to be really jamming down on that lever there to get it to engage. So if you back out a couple, you can go to stability control on and off. And here you can actually toggle things on and off. So your back slip regulator, your lift control, like I said, if you just click it, it turns off. And then you have a little light there. You can turn everything off by hitting traction control entirely, and then you have a Christmas tree. I like to just leave it on because I'm a safe rider and responsible. Your clock, that's self-explanatory, but I do believe you could do 24-hour. You cannot. So I showed you it anyways. I'll set mine to auto and it will automatically adjust. Good to go. You have your display. So once you set your theme, which is a different menu, you can come into display here and you can change it to black, auto, or white, which is essentially day and night. So if you select white, you can see the background change to white. Oops, I always go back out accidentally. But I like to keep mine in black. You can keep it in auto if you wanted. Then it would change. In the morning it would be white, at night it would be black. I leave it on black. You can see it during the day just fine. And then you can change the units. So if you have yours set to miles, it will always be miles per gallon. If you select kilometers, you could change it for your liter, so kilometer to liter or liter to 100 kilometers. And then your temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit. I will leave mine to miles. Shift indicator, I talked about this in one of my other videos and I mistakenly called it the quick shifter indicator. I've been quickly corrected about that. Thank you all. So in the indicator, you can have it just on, or you can have it flashing, or it'll turn off. And it just blinks here to demonstrate what it would be like if it was off. That's all it does. I leave mine flashing. And then you can set the range. So 4,500 is when that light up here will kick on to 6,000 RPMs. Anything above or below that, it will not turn on. And then you can adjust it by clicking up or down on your joystick, and it'll change by 250 increments. Then you can adjust the brightness of that light right here during the day and at night. I just left it at the default settings. It's perfectly fine. Then you have your connectivity settings. I mentioned this in another video where you can go through and connect to your Bluetooth phone or other device while setting it in discovery mode. All that nice stuff. Your system information for your electronic serial number. I don't know what that's used for. If someone else knows, leave a comment down below. Then your legal information that no one ever reads or cares about, but lawyers say they have to be there. Then you have your applications. It'll give you a warning not to use it while you're riding. This is just a way to activate your navigation, your music from your phone itself. If your phone is connected, you can get your weather. You can identify what notifications will be sent to the dash from your phone. So if you get like a phone call, it will say like, hey, you're getting a phone call. Or if you missed one, it'll show a missed call sign. And then even a text message. So if you're going on a long ride and you notice it, you can pull over and you can check your phone. I don't know if it will display text messages on here or if it will read them to you. If someone has dabbled in that, let me know in the comments below. So I did check the Yamaha Connect app on my phone after recording this video, and it does look like you have to identify through the app what other apps on your phone that you use will be allowed to send notifications to the TFT. I don't know if you can set that through the TFT itself, but I did notice the menu within the app when I checked afterwards. Also, there was a question if you could change the language on the TFT. I did not see that option while I was going through all the menus, and I also checked the app, and I did not see that option on there either. I'm guessing the only way to change that, if you needed to, is you needed to connect to the computer itself, like as if you have what is it, the OBD for cars, whatever the equivalent of that is for motorcycles, and then changing the actual setting in the computer of the motorcycle itself. I don't have that ability to do it, so I will not demonstrate that. You'll have to go find a mechanic. And that is pretty much it. You have your music that you can change the volume by going up and down. Oops. It's relatively quick. If you start to talk without moving, it goes away. Then you have your navigation, and again, navigation. And then here's your themes that I mentioned. So if you want to change these, like I said, from white and black, you have to go into the settings to do that. But you have 4 different themes. I like this one the best. They have a couple other ones that, you know, are more, I don't want to say they're interactive, but they do a lot. They move a lot more, right? Every theme displays the same information that I've noticed. If I'm wrong, again, by all means, leave a comment. I don't care about criticism or being told that I'm wrong. I'm not going to yell at you. That's fine with me. So you have your quick shifter light indicator. It's very hard to focus this damn GoPro. So when that green arrow up or down is green, I don't know why I said it that way. Right now they're gray. When they turn green, that's when you're able to quick shift up or down. While it will show up in the lower RPMs that you can quick shift up or down, this bike does not like it all the time. So I recommend that you quick shift up or down above, I'll say 3,000 RPMs. That's what I do, and I notice it shifts just fine. Anything below that, it will be kind of rough. So take it for what you will. And then you have your mode. I think I mentioned that just now. If I didn't, I will keep this, and if I did, I will cut this out. And then obviously which gear you're in. I'm in neutral, because I ain't moving. So that's pretty much it. The last thing I guess I didn't show was the cruise control. It shows up right there. When it's set and active, it will be green. When it's not active, it will be gray. So again, sorry it took so long to get this out. It's very hard to record this thing without any type of glares. I'm sure I will find glares while I'm editing this video afterwards, but thanks everyone for watching again, and see you in the next one.